In a significant escalation of regional tensions, the Philippines has begun preparing its military for a potential conflict involving China and Taiwan. On Wednesday, April 2, 2025, the People's Liberation Army launched an extensive and coordinated exercise, codenamed Strait Thunder 2025A, involving its Army, Navy, Air Force, and Rocket Force around Taiwan. These drills, described as blockade-style operations, aim to test capabilities in area control, joint blockade enforcement, and precision strikes on strategic targets such as ports and energy facilities. The maneuvers came just days after U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth reaffirmed America's commitment to countering China's aggression during his visit to Asia. As tensions escalate between China and Taiwan, the Philippines is bolstering its military readiness in anticipation of potential involvement in a conflict. With China conducting extensive military drills near Taiwan and the Philippines' strategic location close to the Taiwan Strait, Manila is preparing contingency plans to evacuate over 250,000 Filipino workers in Taiwan and secure its northern territories. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, has been instructed to extend its operational reach beyond its northernmost islands, emphasizing the inevitability of involvement should a conflict arise. Philippine Military Chief General Romeo Brawner Jr. has ordered soldiers stationed in the northernmost regions of the country to be prepared for a possible invasion of Taiwan by mainland China. Start planning for actions in case there is an invasion of Taiwan, said AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Brawner. Analysts say this directive highlights how Manila's involvement would be inevitable, given the large presence of Filipino workers in Taiwan and the Philippines' defense ties with the United States. This development came just days after U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth stated that the U.S. is doubling down on its partnership with the Philippines. Under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the Philippines has been fortifying strategic bases and outposts in the northern part of the country as China increases its military activities near Taiwan. Moreover, special forces from both sides are also slated to conduct joint exercises in Batanes, the Philippines' northernmost province facing Taiwan. Despite the ongoing freeze on U.S. overseas aid, Hegseth also reassured his hosts of the $500 million commitment in foreign military financing this year to help modernize the armed forces of the Philippines. The two sides also announced further improvements to military facilities used by rotational U.S. forces in the Philippines under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA. We will enhance our current EDCA locations, and we will make improvements. Mind you, these are Philippine bases of which we have to invest in. We will enhance them for logistical support, Philippine Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro Jr. said during a joint press conference with his American counterpart. Following Secretary Hegseth's visit to the Philippines on April 2, 2025, the U.S. government officially approved a foreign military sale of 20 F-16 fighter jets to the Philippines, in a deal valued at approximately $5.58 billion. This transaction is part of a broader effort to enhance the military capabilities of the Philippines, a key U.S. ally in Southeast Asia, amid rising tensions with China. As expected, the same day the news reached Beijing, China issued a warning to the Philippines against threatening regional peace following the fighter jet deal. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun stated, "The Philippines' defense and security cooperation with other countries should not target any third party or harm the interests of a third party, nor should it threaten regional peace and security or exacerbate tensions." The Philippines has come to anticipate strong reactions from China whenever Manila acquires new military equipment or strengthens its defense ties with the U.S. For example, during the Typhoon missile deployment, Beijing labeled the move destabilizing for the region. The presence of U.S. missile systems is viewed by China as a direct challenge to its strategic interests, especially amid ongoing territorial disputes in the South China Sea and tensions around Taiwan. As a result, the Philippines understands that these warnings and criticisms are part of China's deterrence strategy, aiming to dissuade regional actors from pursuing military modernization efforts that could counterbalance China's military power. The sale of 20 F-16 fighter jets marks a significant upgrade for the Philippine Air Force and underscores the strategic importance of the U.S.-Philippines alliance in the Indo-Pacific region. But just how impactful is the addition of these jets? The F-16 is a highly advanced fourth-generation multi-role combat aircraft, known for its versatility, agility, and cutting-edge technology. It can conduct both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, enhancing short-range and medium-range strike capabilities. The F-16 can intercept enemy aircraft, carry out precision strikes, and suppress enemy air defenses, highlighting its value in modern combat. Equipped with AESA radars, electronic warfare systems, and advanced targeting pods like the Sniper ATP, the F-16 can detect and track targets in all weather conditions, even low-flying aircraft hidden in radar clutter. It has a top speed of Mach 2, approximately 2,414 kilometers per hour, and can withstand up to 9 Gs during dogfights, giving pilots a clear edge in aerial engagements. With its speed and capabilities, the F-16 offers the Philippines rapid response capacity, especially with strategically located EDCA sites and military bases across the archipelago. This acquisition represents a formidable enhancement of Philippine air power, reinforcing its ability to respond swiftly to threats. If you think the Philippines is only boosting its air arsenal, think again. The country is also modernizing its naval forces. The Philippine Navy is receiving 2 guided missile frigates from South Korea. The first ship, BRP Miguel Malvar FFG-06, has already departed from Hyundai Heavy Industries and is expected to arrive in the Philippines on April 8, 2025. The second, BRP Diego Silang FFG-07, will follow later this year. Joint naval drills are also increasing. On March 28, 2025, the U.S., Japan, and the Philippines conducted exercises near Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea to boost readiness and reinforce their commitment to regional security. These developments show Manila's growing focus on enhancing its maritime defense capabilities, especially in contested waters. In addition, the Philippines is considering another deployment of the U.S.-made Typhoon missile system. The AFP has expressed support for this move, with spokesperson Colonel Francil Margareth Padilla stating, "The more, the merrier," referring to acquiring more assets for training and defense. The Typhoon system, capable of launching SM-6 and Tomahawk missiles, has far-reaching strategic implications. It can target high-value assets deep within mainland China. No wonder Xi Jinping isn't thrilled. This capability gives the Philippines a new layer of deterrence in the region. In addition, Hegseth announced the deployment of the Navy Marine Expeditionary Ship Interdiction System, a naval strike missile-equipped unmanned ground vehicle capable of striking targets up to 100 nautical miles away for this year's edition of Philippine-U.S. Balikatan exercise. The U.S. Defense Chief also announced the deployment of unspecified, highly capable unmanned surface vehicles for planned joint drills in the South China Sea. He was likely referring to U.S.-made maritime tactical systems, T-12 Mantes, and Devil Ray T-38 drones, which were used by American troops deployed to the Philippines earlier. Though live-fire exercises haven't yet been conducted in the Philippines, the system has been used virtually in joint drills like Balikatan. It's clear, the Philippines isn't playing around anymore. The country is advancing its military modernization efforts more aggressively than many expected. With China ramping up drills, simulating a Taiwan blockade, and heightening regional tension, Manila is stepping up its game strategically and decisively. But one big question remains: would the Philippines support Taiwan in the event of an actual invasion?